Welcome back once again. This is Renew Clothing. In this video, we'll be showing us shirt process, shirt coupling. Okay, as you can see, we're already sewing our sleeves, then our front bodice, the front panel of our shirts. First of all, you merge them together to know their alignment if it has pattern. All right, then you sew the left bodice at the button area, then you align well, make sure you align properly, then you hold with your loose stitch, make sure that the design is properly aligned, then you sew with a loose stitch. Then after doing that, the next thing you do, you get your back panel, then get the front and then your back facing, and join your shoulders and close your shoulders with a half inch. All right, use half inch to close your shoulders. Then after doing that, the next thing we do is, remember, you use half inch to close. You close your back yoke or back facing, that's which you know. Okay, now before you close your back yoke, you top stitch on the shoulder, top stitch on it. Then after doing that, the next thing you do are align and arrange your back facing. Then you sew. It's either you give a little inch gap opening or you top stitch, you close it tip to tip. All right, so it's all your choice on what you want to do, especially shirt or corporate shirts. You sew tip to tip, then you take to your ironing table, then you relax your shoulders. As you can see how this shoulder is dropping real good, you relax, you arrange your shirt, iron properly. After doing that, then you trim the excesses by the side, because there's always excesses by the side. All right, you trim it off. In this case now, I have some allowance by the side, should in case I want to extend the measurement, I want to adjust. Okay, trim this and then do it the other side. Okay, and after doing that, you trim your shoulders. All right, very important, you trim your shoulders, your shoulder divide by 2. Okay, at this point now, you mark and then you trim off your shoulder. All right, and you do that properly and carefully. All right, don't rush in this. Okay, and give a notch at the shoulder tip for your sleeve attachment. All right, after doing that, you put together and give your cuff, get your shirt length. If your shirt length is 30, at least you cut at 31, so that you can use the half inch there to fold the down. Okay, to fold the bottom of your shirt. You can see the curve that we give to it. So having done this, now the next thing to do is to go to a sewing machine and then attach our sleeves. All right, so you start attaching your sleeve from the center point down, and then you attach it all round. After doing that, you go to your weaving machine and then you weave your sleeves. In that point now, after weaving your sleeve, you go to your table and you mark your shirt as I've marked already. You mark your shirt, mark the sleeve the way you mark it. And if you have any challenge in this, please feel free to reach out to me in the message box so that I can give you more tips on how to do that. All right, you repeat the same method the other side, and then after that, you trim and fold the down part of your shirt. As you can see, we are done folding the down part of our shirts. This is how it's looking, and you check also if they align together. And after that, you get the center of your neck, because that is where you'll be putting your collar. Then measure the circumference of the neck there we have 18.5, and our neck circumference is 18.5 after cutting. So our exact neck is 16.5. So the main collar will be cutting at 16.5. The collar itself will be 16.5. That's the exact gun you will cut for the collar itself, 16.5, which is this. Now at this tip, you raise 3 inches, 2.5, depending on the measurements you're working with. Then here, 2.5. All right. Then you have your curve. Then you cut out. You cut out. Now for the bishop collar, which we call Mandarin collar, that one is 18.5. So 18.5, we'll be cutting it at 20.5. Giving extra inches so that once we close, we'll now have our 18.5. So 20, 18 by 20, I'm using 21. Okay. And this will be 1.5 for the base, 1.5 all through. I'll do the materials. And so after cutting your main collar, then you go on to your fabric. Alright. Alright, so this is what we have after cutting. Please do not cut exactly at this gum, just give half-inch space out, so that whenever you close the collar, then you place and then cut out. Then you place and you cut out also the same exact measurement. Alright, so so we're now having a gum or collar. So this is the base. Remember at 1.5. Alright, so you gum to your borders also. Remember, you only gum one side, not the two, one side. Slit it open because this is what we'll be working with. Now after this, now we'll go to the same machine. We first of all sew the collar. We'll sew the collar. We'll sew from here, this point now. Remember, also the neck here is 16.5. The finishing of everything will be 18.5. So this is 16.5. So we'll sew through this line. We trace it with the gum that we use, sew it out, then we'll turn it out and then we'll iron. So let's go to the sewing machine. Thank you. When we are done relaxing our collar, then the next thing is top stitch. So either quarter of an inch or tip to tip. So after that, you mesh together, then notch, get the center point. That then your base, you put a notch. Where the gum is, that is where the gum base collar will be. Alright. This now. Then with that you can trace the other equal. And after that, you run this quarter of an inch. Start from here first, run down. You have done it and then we relax it. So what we do next is you just fold you can use your iron and do that. Okay, fold quarter of an inch. And then you can stitch. So after that, this is what we have. So we are almost at the end of this collar. Now, like I said, the finishing of our neck is 18.5 by 2. It give you 9.34, okay? 18.5 by 2. So at the center notch point, that is where you place the middle of it. Then we mark here, and then you mark your 18.5. Alright? I know there are other ways in which you get your collar fixed, but this is one of the easiest methods. Then you cannot decide if to give a slant and then straight, or you give it curve. So any you choose there is your choice. This is how it's looking. Alright, I believe you can see it. So the same step, I will repeat it here. So this is after that you turn up little of these SSs. This is what we have now. Now we are attaching this now to our
shirts. Fixing our collar now. So we'll get our collar. Remember, this point now will be fixing inside. Then this is the back. This is how it will be. Alright. So from here now, remember we gave a little allowance. Now we'll now sew on this little space here. We'll now sew here and hold the other side and then close it up from this side. Alright. Now I've attached this side now. So the next thing to do is to go around the other side of the neck this way. I believe you can see it this way now. Then attach here also. Then from here we'll close the collar. Now as you can see, we are done attaching our collar. All we have to do now is now to top stitch our collar and close here up. Alright, so now let's close it. I will start at the center point, alright, to close the neck, then the other way. So we are done with this now. You can see we're done attaching our collar, and this is what we have here. This is what we